Know you've been a good friend.
Liam was 12 years old. He loved animals. He had a kind heart. He always tried to help.
One sunny afternoon, I was walking home from school. I took a shortcut. It was a path behind a grocery store.
He heard a sad sound. It was a soft cry. Liam stopped to listen. The cry was coming from behind the store. It was a haunting sound, echoing through the narrow alleyways, making it impossible to ignore. The noise was filled with such sorrow and desperation that it tugged at the heartstrings of anyone who heard it. Liam peeked around the corner. His curiosity got the better of him, and he couldn't help but investigate the source of the distressing sound. He moved cautiously, not wanting to startle whatever was making the noise. He saw a small, thin cat. The poor creature looked terrified, its eyes wide with fear. It was clear that the cat had been through a lot, and it was in desperate need of help. The cat was chained to a post. The chain was tight around its neck, restricting its movements and causing it visible discomfort. It was a heartbreaking sight to see such a vulnerable animal in such a dire situation. It had no food or water. The bowls nearby were empty, and the cat looked both thirsty and hungry. Its ribs were visible through its thin fur, a clear sign of neglect and mistreatment. A man was yelling at the cat. He was being cruel. His harsh words and aggressive demeanor only added to the cat's fear. It was clear that the man had no intention of showing any kindness or compassion.
My heart sank. Seeing the cat in such a state of distress and fear was almost too much to bear. I felt a deep sense of sorrow and helplessness wash over me. I knew I had to help. There was no way I could walk away and leave the cat to suffer. I felt a surge of determination rise within me, and I knew I had to do something to change the situation. I couldn't leave the cat there. The thought of abandoning it to its fate was unbearable. I had to find a way to free it from its chains and provide it with the care it so desperately needed. I took a deep breath. I needed to gather my courage and think clearly about the best way to approach the situation. This was not going to be easy, but I was determined to make a difference. I had to be brave. The cat's life depended on it. With a steely resolve, I prepared myself to confront the man and rescue the cat from its dire circumstances.
Liam walked towards the man, his heart pounding in his chest. Each step felt heavier than the last, but he knew he had to be brave. He tried not to show his fear, masking it with a determined look. The cat's desperate meows echoed in his ears, urging him forward.
Excuse me, sir. That cat looks thirsty. It's been out here for hours and it's so hot today. Can I give it some water? I brought this bowl just for it.
Mind your own business, kid. It's just a stray.
The man glared at Liam, his eyes cold and unyielding. But Liam didn't give up. He stood his ground, feeling a surge of courage. He knew what was right. The cat needed help, and he was the only one willing to step up.
Please, sir. It's just a little water. It won't take much time, and the cat really needs it.
The man hesitated, his stern expression faltering for a moment. Liam saw his chance, a glimmer of hope in the man's eyes. He quickly unhooked the cat's chain, his hands trembling but steady. The cat looked up at him with grateful eyes. He scooped up the cat and ran, his heart racing with adrenaline. He didn't look back, knowing he had done the right thing.
Liam ran as fast as he could. He held the cat tightly. He could feel its heart racing. He knew they were safe now. Liam took the cat home. He gave it food and water. The cat ate hungrily.
Liam gently stroked the cat, who lapped water from a bowl. Liam named the cat Lucky. He knew Lucky was lucky to be alive.
The next day, Liam took Lucky to the animal shelter. He had found Lucky wandering the streets, scared and hungry. Liam knew he couldn't keep the cat, but he wanted to make sure Lucky would be safe and cared for. He told them what had happened. He explained how he had found Lucky and how the cat had been mistreated by a cruel man. The shelter staff listened intently, nodding and taking notes.
The people at the shelter were kind. They reassured Liam that Lucky would be well taken care of. The shelter was a place where animals could heal and find new families. The staff and volunteers worked tirelessly to ensure every animal felt loved and safe. They promised to find Lucky a loving home. They told Liam that many families came to the shelter looking for pets to adopt. Lucky would soon have a new family who would love him unconditionally. The police found the cruel man. They had been searching for him for a while, as he had a history of abusing animals. Thanks to Liam's information, they were able to locate and apprehend him. He was arrested for animal abuse. The authorities made sure he would face justice for his actions. It was a relief to know that he wouldn't be able to hurt any more animals.
A few weeks later, Liam visited the shelter. He was so happy. Lucky had been adopted. The shelter staff greeted him warmly and told him the good news. Liam felt a sense of joy and relief knowing that Lucky was now in a safe and loving home. A nice family had given Lucky a forever home. They had children who adored him and a cozy house where he could play and relax. Lucky had finally found the happiness he deserved, and Liam knew he had made the right decision.
Liam learned a valuable lesson. He learned that even small acts of kindness can make a big difference. He was proud of himself for being brave and helping Lucky.
One person can make a difference, and everyone should try. John F. Kennedy.
Liam smiled, holding a photo of Lucky with his new family.